our other hero, Minister of Finance, come in and say, okay, when he said it like I think this week, right? So it's the 19th of August, the day that we're recording this. So he said, if okay, I'm not saying by verbatim. So he didn't say this verbatim, but okay, this is the gist of it. If you don't sign by the end of this month, August, by 31st August, you're going to lose out on 5G access because foreign operators are lining up to come into Malaysia.
Here's another thing. Why does the access, right, have to be tied to the stake? I mean, now it looks like, because we mentioned there are two things, right? Getting a stake in DNB and getting access. So all of a sudden, right, it's like he making it, okay, if you want to get access, you must take a stake now.
Yep.
Like they are forced to take a stake in a setup which they probably have no say anymore because likely that the government will have the veto control, and also the contracts have been signed. They already signed the vendor, the contractors, all that, and the telcos had to come in at this late stage.
Yep. So what do you make of this ultimatum that the Minister of Finance has put up?
Well, to me, I have very little faith. I think it's just a gimmick, because he was giving deadlines after deadline. It's been missed, it's been pushed back, and nothing happened. And he said that he's going to open up to foreign telcos. He said that foreign investors are lining up to get into the Malaysian market.
Okay, let's peel this one by one. Number one, the deadline. Is it even possible to meet the deadline, even if the telcos wanted to?
I don't think so. Like we mentioned, 2 months.
Due diligence, not possible.
Not possible.
Yep.
How can you conclude it in such a short time? Look at Celcom DG. That's a good benchmark.
Yep.
Because at the end, essentially, you are like merger and acquisition, right? So to get a stake in DNB, it couldn't be done in 2 weeks right now.
That is moving that's made progress consistently.
Yes.
So timeline wise, sorry, Finance Minister, I don't think anybody can sign by the 31st of August.
Yes.
Number two, foreign telcos lining up to come in to Malaysia. Okay. What do you think of that?
Okay, firstly, right, when this single host network was set up, right, the main reason why it's set up is because, they said that 5G is a very costly affair. So the government wants to, take the burden of investment away from the telcos, and the government will invest on a network, and everyone will just
They want to build it for the rakyat, for the benefit of the rakyat. It's going to be cheap, it's going to be good, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be like supply driven.
Yes.
So
cost recovery, efficiency.
Yes.
Whatever, all that BS lah.
Yeah. So looking at the state of the industry right now, if you're going for a single wholesale network, it's a highly risky environment. As you pointed out, right, single wholesale networks have failed.
Failure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have failed.
The case study has failed. There's single point of failure.
Yep.
There's no drive to improve the service because it's a government service, basically.
Yep. And so we established that it was a high risk environment. And yet, if this is going to be a cost recovery model, why will investors want to go into a high risk cost recovery model? If you're an investor, you want to go into high risk and high returns, right?
Yes.
Where are the high returns? Is he saying that this is a high return business?
Our Minister of Finance is smarter than us, ma.
And another thing is, if the foreign entity comes in, right, they can't build a 5G network.
They have, yes.
Yeah, they basically MNO. So where is innovation going to take place?
Yep.
If let's say a Singaporean or China or I don't know, European telco comes in, right? All they can do is just rent access and sell to riot. This is like a salesman.
So why would they want to enter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, talking about return on investment. Number two is Minister of Finance have not tabled out the incentives for foreign telcos to come into Malaysia to invest here. There's no special incentive. So why would they want to come in? Already the disadvantages that Alex mentioned, right? So it's a network that they cannot build. There's no room for them to innovate. There is no potential to recoup cost of investment. There's no ROI. And then there's no incentives to come and set up office here.
Yep. So
what's the point? So peeling those things, I think what Tengku Zafrul has mentioned is kind of kosong lah, to be honest.
That's why I look at it lah. Because he mentioned, okay, this is what is reported. He said there are many who have registered strong interest because to them there is no more capex.
Okay, then who pays for the thing? So local telcos have to pay 7 billion each to DNB, right, to build this network. So when
to rent access,
yes. Yep. So when they come in, when foreign telcos come in,
they still have to pay one.
Yeah.
And also,
what do you mean there's no capex?
And also another thing, right? If you're a foreign investor, right, if you come to this market, right, wait a minute, why are all the major telcos not on board?
Yep.
So that actually raised more red flags for me to come in, right?
Yes. Why
Yeah.
would I want to come in and cut line? Oh, this is going to be advantageous. It's not. The other disadvantage that I wanted to point out is if a foreign telco comes in based solely on this 5G access, that will be a 100% 5G telco.
Yep.
Who wants to subscribe to 100% 5G telco when
Okay.
the population coverage in the country, the 5G coverage in the country does not cover enough of the population to give you seamless coverage?
Yeah, and also on top of that, how many Malaysians now have access to 5G devices? Not everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, and so like,
What's the point?
what's the point? Exactly. At the end of the day, right? 5G, yes, we're talking about the future here, right? But today, at the moment, let's say this one telco comes in from another foreign telco comes in, right, offering 5G access at let's say 10 ringgit a month. Would you want to sign up?
No, not me.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, what do you guys think? Put it in the comment section below. Would you sign up to a 100% 5G telco?
Yeah, and even if they say, okay, let's say, to as a backup, they need to sign 4G agreements with the local telcos. That will going to add costs.
Yes, capex.
Yeah, capex. That's capex.
So they have to double subscribe. They have to subscribe to DMB and subscribe to
to a
some
local.
MVNO access for 4G. In fact, there is already a full 5G telco in the country. But we are not. So if you're thinking that, okay, 5G is going to be the killer app for a telco, that means if a telco has 5G, that's going to be an advantage. Just look at Yes 5G.
Yep.
I mean, they've invested heavily in 4G and 5G. They are the first telco to roll out 5G service to the public. And I think, okay, I don't want to say that they have the widest 5G network, but they have full access to the DMB network right now, and it's available for the public.
Yep, exactly. But you don't see people flocking to it.
No.
And the reason why is simple. 4G coverage. Because at the end of the day, right, regardless of 4G, 5G, you don't care. You just want to make sure you have a plan that works everywhere you go and it's affordable. Yes, 5G, right now, as we see, like it's also announced by YTL, was that this is the world's cheapest unlimited 4G and 5G plan. Because you can get unlimited for like 58 ringgit. Even on prepaid, you can get unlimited 5G for 30 ringgit. But yet, nobody's jumping on board.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because when you're out of 5G coverage, the 4G coverage is very, very limited.
Yep.
Especially East Malaysia. Wow, it's like
No
non-existent,
point.
man.
Yep, no point. I mean, I can't deny Yes for like really trying, right? So they're really getting on board. They're really trying to move this forward. They have bent over backwards to follow what the government wanted, and to their credit, they've been able to roll out 5G first.
Yep.
I don't know why they're doing that. They might have other objectives or other reasons. As you know, Yes is tied to YTL, and YTL is tied to the government. They have government projects and whatever. I don't know what's going on that side. But there are also reasons why telcos are not joining up.